Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into the latest news that's shaking up the financial landscape in Hong Kong. First up, the Hang Seng Index has taken a hit for the fifth day in a row, dropping 0.1% due to mounting fears over trade wars and global economic instability. This downturn has left investors anxious, marking the longest losing streak we've seen in 2 months. In other news, Asian exporters are feeling the pressure as they scramble to front-load shipments to the U.S. in anticipation of potential tariff hikes from President Trump. With container volumes at record highs, businesses are rushing to stock up, but experts warn that this could lead to inefficiencies and increased costs in global shipping. It's a tense time for importers navigating this uncertain landscape. Lastly, there's a growing conversation about the economic potential of Hong Kong seniors. Financial Secretary Paul Chan's recent fare concession decisions have sparked debate about viewing aging as a fiscal burden. Instead, the article argues for proactive investments in seniors' health and autonomy, highlighting their potential as valuable contributors to the economy. Let's explore how we can shift perceptions and unlock the power of the silver economy. Please stay tuned for more detailed content. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong's stock market has faced a downturn for the fifth consecutive day, with the Hang Seng Index dipping 0.1% to 23,572.63 amid rising trade war anxieties. This marks the longest losing streak in 2 months, and the index has lost 3.2% since March 6. Major tech companies like Alibaba and Kuaishou saw significant declines, while some Chinese car manufacturers managed to post gains. The escalating trade tensions, particularly with the United States' potential tariff hikes, have created a climate of uncertainty, causing business confidence to wane. Economists from Moody's have warned that these developments could lead to a global recession, as markets across the Asia-Pacific region showed mixed results. Nikkei Asia highlights the ongoing front-loading trend among Asian exporters, particularly as U.S. President Donald Trump continues to threaten tariffs on Chinese goods. In the first 2 months of 2025, U.S.-bound container volumes surged, with the port of Los Angeles experiencing its busiest start in history. However, signs indicate that this trend may be slowing due to reduced Chinese export growth and fluctuating freight rates. Retailers are eager to stock up on merchandise before tariffs rise, responding to the unpredictable nature of Trump's trade policies. Experts suggest that this start-and-stop approach could lead to inefficiencies in global shipping, ultimately increasing costs for consumers. The uncertainty surrounding potential fees for Chinese vessels further complicates the landscape for U.S. importers, who find themselves in a precarious position as they navigate these turbulent waters. In a thought-provoking piece from South China Morning Post, it is argued that Hong Kong seniors should be seen as an economic asset rather than a financial burden. Despite the government's focus on cost-cutting measures for elderly care, the article emphasizes the potential of seniors as active consumers and contributors to the economy. By investing in their well-being and fostering an environment that encourages independent living, Hong Kong can leverage the silver economy. The piece advocates for proactive policies that enhance seniors' financial security and engagement, highlighting initiatives that promote reemployment and community involvement. Rather than viewing aging as a crisis, the article calls for a paradigm shift that recognizes the valuable contributions seniors can make, urging policymakers to create inclusive communities that enable older citizens to thrive and participate actively in society. South China Morning Post reports that Chinese lawmakers are pressing for immediate action to combat age discrimination in the job market, particularly against those over 35. The issue has gained visibility as middle-aged job seekers face increasing challenges, with many companies imposing age limits that hinder their employment opportunities. NPC Deputy Zhang Gongqing highlighted that such discrimination not only violates fair employment principles but also contradicts China's goals of delaying retirement to ease pension pressures. As the competition for jobs intensifies with over 12 million fresh university graduates entering the workforce, calls for reform in hiring practices have intensified, with suggestions to raise civil service age limits and amend labor laws to prohibit age discrimination altogether. In a parallel development, the South China Morning Post outlines Hong Kong's ambitious plan to strengthen its international ties amid geopolitical tensions. Law professor Priscilla Leung's recent summit aimed at fostering connections in tertiary education, deliberately excluding political discourse, reflects a civilian-led approach to diplomacy. As Hong Kong seeks to redefine its role on the global stage, it faces the dual challenge of overcoming negative perceptions stemming from recent political events while also enhancing its international collaborations. Analysts emphasize the need for Hong Kong to reassess its global positioning, diversify its connections, and craft a new narrative that highlights its unique contributions to the international community. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post reveals that foreign investors have been retreating from China's commercial real estate market for the fourth consecutive year, driven by economic challenges and rising global borrowing costs. In 2024, foreign investors sold more assets than they purchased, resulting in a significant net outflow from the market. The office sector has been particularly hard hit, with increasing vacancy rates and declining demand, as major investor groups pull back due to worsening macroeconomic conditions. Despite government efforts to stimulate consumption and support the economy, analysts remain skeptical about a quick recovery in the commercial property market, with projections indicating further increases in vacancy rates across various asset classes. South China Morning Post reports on the recent surge in Chinese stocks, particularly highlighting the widening price discrepancies between shares of major tech companies like Alibaba and Li Auto trading in Hong Kong and their American Depositary Receipts, ADRs, in the US. Alibaba's Hong Kong-listed shares now boast a premium of 1.1% over its ADRs, a significant increase from its historical average of 0.19%. The gap peaked at 3.6% in early March, illustrating a growing arbitrage opportunity amid a broader rally in Chinese tech stocks, driven by renewed investor confidence following advancements in AI technologies. This trend is supported by substantial investments from mainland Chinese investors, who have channeled approximately 350 billion Hong Kong dollars into Hong Kong stocks this year, further fueling optimism about the market's potential. In an opinion piece by South China Morning Post, the recent sessions of China's annual legislature emphasize the vital role of technology in achieving the nation's growth target of around 5%. Hong Kong is positioned as a crucial player in this strategy, leveraging its unique advantages to foster international cooperation and innovation. The city is expected to enhance its status as a research hub and a bridge between mainland China and global markets, particularly in the tech sector. With plans for a more proactive fiscal policy and supportive measures for the private sector, Hong Kong entrepreneurs are encouraged to expand their ventures across borders, while the city also serves as a critical communication channel during geopolitical tensions, enhancing mutual understanding through various outreach initiatives. In another report, South China Morning Post discusses Siobhan Haughey's uncertain return to competitive swimming after a 3-month hiatus. Her coach, Tom Rushton, notes that the decision on her participation in upcoming events, including the World Aquatics Championships and the Asian Games, will depend on her ability to regain fitness. Haughey, a decorated swimmer with 2 world titles and Olympic medals, is cautious about her return, stating that she will only compete if she feels capable of achieving her goals. As she prepares to resume training, the focus will be on gradually building her fitness and determining her readiness for the competitive season ahead, particularly with the National Games in Guangdong on the horizon, which promise strong competition from other elite swimmers. South China Morning Post, in early 2024, Joyce Chen stumbled upon an intriguing advertisement for the Japanese preschool exchange program while browsing Instagram. Initially skeptical, she eventually enrolled her 3-year-old daughter, Evelyn, in the program, which allowed them to experience a week-long stay on Sado Island, Japan. This unique opportunity aimed to expose children to a different educational style, characterized by self-motivation and hands-on learning. Chen observed that the Japanese preschool encouraged children to explore their surroundings, fostering creativity and independence, a stark contrast to the more structured environment of her daughter's kindergarten in Hong Kong. Similarly, families like Jacqueline Liu and Nicholson Shu participated in the program for cultural exposure and personal growth for their son, Arthur. Both families found the experience enriching, noting significant developmental changes in their children, and expressed a desire for longer stays to deepen the experience. South China Morning Post, Jeremy Walker, Senior Vice President of Marketing and Events at Galaxy Entertainment Group, has witnessed the evolution of the entertainment and tourism industries in China, Macau, and Hong Kong over the past 30 years. His journey began with a degree in business studies and marketing in the UK, which led him to Hong Kong, where he embraced the region's entrepreneurial spirit. Walker emphasized the importance of customer experience and brand value in marketing, noting that successful strategies must provide unique and emotional connections for consumers. He recognized the shift towards independent travelers and the need for exclusive experiences in Macau's competitive landscape. By leveraging digital engagement and influencer partnerships, Walker aims to enhance brand visibility and foster authentic connections. His commitment to continuous learning and relationship building has positioned him as a key figure in shaping the future of the region's tourism and entertainment sectors. South China Morning Post, the art of crafting a restaurant menu is akin to composing a symphony, where each dish plays a vital role in creating a harmonious dining experience. Chefs at Hong Kong's Michelin-starred establishments, such as Uwe Opasensky from Restaurant Petrus and Lu Zhen from Yong Fu, meticulously plan their menus, focusing on seasonal ingredients and cohesive themes. Opasensky employs a 7-step process to ensure each dish complements the others, while Lu emphasizes the importance of local sourcing and culinary innovation. The balance between tradition and modernity is crucial, as chefs strive to create unique identities for their menus while managing costs and adapting to market changes. Challenges such as ingredient supply and staff shortages require chefs to be flexible and resourceful, ensuring that the ultimate goal remains clear: to create memorable dishes that resonate with guests and evoke personal connections. South China Morning Post highlights the remarkable journey of Angela Wu Ruoheo, a bioengineer who has carved her niche in the realm of genetic sequencing. With a PhD from Stanford University, Wu develops innovative tools to decode the intricate workings of DNA, focusing on transcriptomics. Her groundbreaking research sheds light on how environmental factors influence gene expression and disease risk. Wu's passion for understanding genetics has led her to study cancer cells that camouflage themselves and the unique genes of deep-sea creatures, contributing to significant advancements in therapeutic targets. Her diverse background, growing up in various countries and co-founding a therapeutics company, showcases the value of interdisciplinary knowledge in driving scientific innovation. In a different vein, the South China Morning Post dives into the unconventional love life of R&B singer Ne-Yo, who is currently dating 3 women simultaneously, referring to them as his wives. This polyamorous relationship includes OnlyFans stars Bella and Phoenix Feather, along with Ariel Hill, and the group often shares their adventures on social media. Ne-Yo embraces this lifestyle, emphasizing the importance of consensual relationships and the freedom to love as one chooses. Despite the public scrutiny, his partners stand firmly by him, asserting the strength of their bond. Ne-Yo's past relationships and experiences with marriage add layers to his current romantic dynamics, raising questions about how these experiences might influence his music. Atticus Baldwin, son of actor Daniel Baldwin, is making waves in Hollywood as a young advocate for autism representation. The 28-year-old actor, who has familial ties to the famous Baldwin clan, is passionate about making the entertainment industry more accessible for autistic individuals. He emphasizes the importance of understanding and accommodating the varying needs of autistic artists on set. Atticus, who has recently joined the animated series God's Gang, aims to promote compassion and inclusivity through his work. He dreams of contributing to beloved children's shows like Sesame Street and Thomas and Friends, showcasing his commitment to spreading awareness and acceptance for neurodiverse individuals in the entertainment world. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.